Hello friends, it's Dr. Dinesh Kumar Kohli from Sagar Institute of Research and Technology Bhopal, and today we will discuss about introduction to thermodynamics, system and surroundings. So we have to understand what is thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is the science that deals with the energy interactions between material systems. So, in other words, we can say it is the science which deals with the transformation of energy of energy of all kinds from one form to another. So, it is the branch of science. In fact, one very excellent definition of thermodynamics is that it is the science of three E's. Threes are namely as energy and then entropy and then equilibrium. So three E's are related with the thermodynamics. Also, the science of thermodynamics is based on the four laws which are known as zeroth law, first law, second law and also and the third law of thermodynamics. So if we say that there is a study of thermodynamics, then this thermodynamics is composed of thermodynamics. It is and this is composed of two terms. One is called as therm and plus dynamics. These are the two terms related with the thermodynamics. Normally, therm is related with the temperature. And dynamics means we can say variation. In this way, we can say that thermodynamics is the branch of science that deals with the change in temperature or the variation in temperature. And definitely, when there will be variation in temperature, it is related to the energy transfer, either in the form of heat or maybe in the form of work. Now, again, the zeroth law which gives the concept of temperature. First law, it gives the concept of internal energy, while the second law gives the concept of entropy. So these three different laws gives the concept about the separately by the temperature for the internal energy as well as for the entropy. These three terms. The applications of thermodynamics is extremely wide. Its principles are used in designing of various energy converting devices. So when we consider the matter from the macroscopic point of view, the subject is called as classical thermodynamics. And when from microscopic point of view, it is called statistical thermodynamics. So in classical thermodynamics and microscopic thermodynamics, they are the two different things. In macroscopic thermodynamics, we study about knowing the properties of the system. So by knowing the properties or analyzing the properties, we can make analysis of the thermodynamic system. But in case of the microscopic, we study at the molecular level of the particles, at the molecular level. Molecular level. So this is the difference between macroscopic point of view as well as microscopic point of view. There are different areas of applications of engineering thermodynamics. In these areas, we can say about the automobile engines, steam and gas turbines, compressors, fossil and nuclear fueled power plants, propulsion systems for aircraft and rockets, next combustion systems, heating, ventilating and air conditioning systems such as you can say vapor compression, refrigeration system, there may be vapor absorption, refrigeration system, etc. So these are the some applications of the new thermodynamics. Moreover, we also use concept of thermodynamics in case of the heat pumps, alternative energy systems such as fuel cells, thermoelectric and thermoionic devices, magneto-hydrodynamic converters, solar activated heating, cooling and power generations, geothermal systems, ocean thermal wave, tidal power generation, wind power, biomedical applications such as life support system and artificial organs. These are also the applications of engineering thermodynamics. Now, in thermodynamics, when we say there is the study of transformation of energy from one form to another. So you can see here the mechanism of an electric power plant, how the electricity is being produced. So you can see here there is a steam generator. This is the steam generator or the boiler. In simple, the function of this boiler is to generate the steam, and this steam with this steam is passed to the turbine. So this in the steam turbine, so that this steam turbine then runs the steam turbine, and that steam turbine when rotating, it is connected with the generator, so it generates the electric power. It generates the electric power, and then electric power with the help of the transmission lines is transmitted to the different applications, maybe domestic applications or maybe industrial applications. We have the different parts of the power plant, and we are doing the condensate, some maybe cooling tower, and maybe condenser, etc. So different units also use mechanically, and ultimate our purpose is to produce the electric power. So here we can see when we use some fuel to burn in the combustion chamber. Here this is the combustion chamber, fuel is burnt here, so the fuel is having some amount of energy, and this energy is converted into the formation of the steam. So steam is generated, and this steam is transferred to the turbine. Here this high pressure steam will rotate the turbine, and when it will rotate at the high speed, it is coupled with the connected with the generator, so it will generate the electric power, and that electric power is produced. In this way, we are seeing here that energy of the fuel is being converted first into the steam, then the energy of the steam, this is on the form of the heat energy, is converted into the turbine rotation, which is the mechanical energy. Then this mechanical energy is converted to the electrical energy. So we can say the energy in the form of the different forms is being transferred. So this is the one application of the thermodynamics. You can see another application of this thermodynamics. You can see this is the diesel engine pump set. Here this whole portion is the pump. This is the pump, and this is pump. This is the intake hose. So this intake hose is taking water from this pond. Intake hose is taking water from the pump, and then this pump is rotating, and it is increasing the pressure, and here here there is some nozzle, so we are converting the pressure energy into kinetic energy. So again here we are converting the pressure energy, and pressure energy we can say PE. So this pressure energy is converted into the kinetic energy. So there is a transformation of energy here also. Now the pump is being rotated, having the power with the help of some engine set. So this is the diesel engine. In the diesel engine we are using some fuel. So fuel is having the, it's a fuel energy or the chemical energy. So this chemical energy in the diesel engine is converted into heat energy, then into the mechanical energy, and then pressure energy being converted into the kinetic energy. So here we are seeing that there is the transformation of energy in the different forms. So this is also the one example of the thermodynamics in which we study the transformation of energy. You can take one more example. This is the example of the internal combustion or the IC engine. So here in this case, this is the some gas is there, and you can see this is also example of one system. We are in the different the spark plug and valves are there. This is the gas, and this actually it is called as our system. This is the system, and in this system the gas is there. So when the fuel is burned here, it will apply some pressure over this piston. It will apply some pressure over the piston, and because of this pressure, this piston will move. And when this piston will move, definitely this crank will start rotating. So we can say the power or the energy of this gas is being converted into the mechanical energy or the work. So there is the transformation of energy in this case also. Another example we can take, this is the turbojet engine. In the turbojet engine, the air gets in from this left side, and there are different sections. This whole section, this is the compressor section. Here you can see fuel gets in here. This is the combustor or the combustion chamber, and here you are getting the turbine section. This is the turbine section, and this is the nozzle portion. So air gets in here. Air is being get compressed here in the compressor. Then in the combustor, there the combustion takes place of the fuel, and because of the combustion, we get the hot gases, the flue gases. And these gases, which are at the high temperature and pressure, these rotate the turbine here. So rotation of the turbine is obtained here because of the high amount of heat energy of the combustion gases or the hot gases. Then these rotate the turbine, and then with the help of the nozzle, the hot gases leaves this nozzle. So here we are seeing that the air is being compressed here, then combustion is there. So the energy of the fuel is being converted here. In the rotation of the turbine, so that is the mechanical energy, then is giving this that. So it is giving the kinetic energy or the motion to this turbojet. So this is the application of the thermodynamics. Now we will try to understand what is the thermodynamic system, surrounding and universe. So the thermodynamic system, what is a thermodynamic system? It is very important to understand, because on the basis of that we can make the analysis of the energy interaction between the system and surrounding, etc. So the thermodynamic system is defined as a prescribed region or space of finite quantity of matter which is surrounded by an envelope called the boundary. So a system is a prescribed region or space of finite quantity of matter which is surrounded by an envelope. Here you can see this is the system, this is our system, and this is called as the boundary. So here the system is surrounded by the boundary. Then everything external to this boundary is called as the surrounding. This boundary line indicates or defines the region or the space. This is showing the whatever the space or the region we have taken and within which there is some finite quantity of matter. This is our system, and this enveloping surface is called as the boundary, and everything external to this is known as the surrounding, including the system and surrounding. We are having system and surrounding, then including system plus surrounding, it is called as also universe. Universe. System is a prescribed region or space of so actually it is taken or it is studied for the energy analysis, etc. Now here you can take another example. Here you can see and that this is the piston and this is the cylinder. So some gas is there between this boundary piston as well as the walls of the cylinder. So the boundary is maybe the movable boundary. This is the movable boundary because it is moving. When the piston will move, this boundary will move. But the remaining boundary, like this boundary and this boundary, as well as this boundary, these three boundaries are the fixed boundary because they are not moving at all. But these are the part of the system because they are forming the enveloping of this region of the space. So these are the fixed and real boundaries. This is the fixed boundary as well as real boundaries. There is no imagination here taken. This is also the real boundary but the fixed boundary. This is also the real boundary but the fixed boundary. This boundary is the movable boundary, not fixed, but the real boundary. Within these boundaries, there is some content or the quantity of matter called as the system. Here you can also see when we are adding heat to this gas, definitely expansion of the gas will take place and it will try to push the piston. And when the piston is connected with the connecting rod, etc., then we will obtain some amount of work done on the crank. So there is the conversion of the transformation of heat energy into the mechanical work. It occurs here, and here you can see this is the representation of system and the boundary as well as surroundings. So everything external to the boundary. Outside this boundary, we are getting the crank, etc. here. So that is the transformation or the transfer of the energy from one form to another. It occurs across the boundary and outside the system. There is the transfer of energy, heat energy in the form of mechanical work outside the system. It occurs across the boundary. The boundary may be a real physical surface such as the walls of a vessel. The boundary may be a walls of a vessel. It may be ice engine cylinder, or it may be an imaginary surface enclosing some matter such as steam, gas, vapor, etc. There is no doubt that boundary may be some surface, some balls, or for containing the steam, gas, vapor. Suppose we are having a bottle of the water, and definitely the surface of the other bottle is also the boundary. We can take the example of the pressure cooker, and all surfaces, outside surface of the pressure cooker are the walls of the boundary of the system. But the pressure cooker is, if it is containing water or steam, then that is the finite quantity inside it. So it is the system and a boundary. The boundary may be fixed or it may be moving. Either boundary may be fixed or it may be moving. Because when a system containing a gas is compressed or expanded, when there is the gas, it is being compressed, either compression is being taken place or the expansion being taken place, definitely the boundary will move. Similarly, you can take the example of a balloon. If a balloon, it is containing some gas or maybe air, when it is being heated, then definitely its size will increase, its volume will increase, its expansion will occur. Because of that, the boundaries may be shifted, shape may change, volume may change. If a system, it is not necessary that the volume or shape should remain fixed. It is not necessary. Volume may change, shape may change of the system. And the boundary of the system, it may be the real boundary, maybe imaginary boundary. There is, suppose we are selecting such a system, there is no boundary existing, but we can consider, we can imagine there is some boundary. So that is also the imaginary boundary, fixed boundary, or maybe that may be the moving boundary. So these are the different types of boundary used in the system. Surroundings. Surrounding is nothing but the space and matter external to the thermodynamic system, and outside the boundary is called the surrounding. Everything and the matter external to the thermodynamic system and outside the boundary is called the surrounding, and including the system and surrounding, with the system and surrounding when put together, it is called as the universe. When we take or consider both the part, system as well as surrounding together, then it becomes universe. The universe means we can say there is the system as well as system plus we are also taking into account the surrounding. When we are taking system and surrounding together, it is called as the universe. This will become the universe. Now, the use of this system is that for the energy analysis. Suppose we have taken, this is our system. Now, there may be that energy may enter the system, that Q amount of energy getting entered in the system, that Q2 amount of energy leaving the system. Maybe some mass will enter the system, that is the mass M1, some mass M2 will leaving the system. The energy may be in any form can enter, but this is maybe the energy in other form also. Energy E1 and E2 may be leaving the system. So for all the energy interactions, we have to define the system. So always either energy is coming to the system or leaving the system, it will occur across the boundary of the system. Across the boundary of the system. So boundary concept is very, very important. Boundary of the system. And if some material is here, some is here, anything, any material outside this system, it is called as surrounding. It is called as surroundings, including all these system as well as surroundings. All this system and surrounding, it is called as universe. Universe. So this is the simple concept of the system, surrounding, boundary, and etc. There are different types of system that we use: open system, closed system, and isolated system. That will be studied in our next lecture.